Hey everyone, John here. So this is my 20-week post-op update since I had VSG surgery on September 13th, 2016 down in Tijuana, Mexico with Dr. Ariel Ortiz at the uh, Obesity Control Center, OCC. I always get that wrong and sorry. Today is January 30th. So almost 7 months since I started my pre-op diet in June of 2016. And I am happy to say I finally hit my milestone that I have been trying to hit for actually a month now. So, stats. My highest weight was 330 pounds back in June of 2016 when I started my pre-op diet. And today I am 228.9 pounds. So I have lost 101 pounds, finally hit that milestone. So I don't know why it's so important, that 100 pound milestone, and actually, quite frankly, I was struggling with getting it, and I was kind of close, and didn't hit it, and stalled, and gained as 1 week, as you all know. So I kind of let it go last week. I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm done with that being the next goal. I'm just going to focus on Wonderland. And all of a sudden, I had a 3.8 pound weight loss this last week. So I'm thrilled. I've got my walking back up to over 10,000 steps a day. And in fact, 4 of the days last week, I got in 15,000 steps, over 15,000. So um, my foot, it's handling the 10 quite well. The over 15, I think it might be struggling a little bit. So I got to keep an eye on that because I don't want to fall back into having to be back to the 5,000. So, um, again, over 10, I'm good with that. I'm going to keep trying that. Today I did 15,000 and I'm really, really sore. And I actually did it all almost over 13,900, so almost 14,000 all at once. So I did a 2 hour walk and ended up walking for about 6 miles today. So real sore today. But again, just kind of was an exciting day for me because, this is the day that I weigh. So this is the day that I found out I broke that 100 pound mark, and bye 230s forever. And I'm putting that out there. Never, ever again. Something about, and that was another psychological thing. I really just wanted to be back in the 220s. For I don't know why, but for some reason 220s sound better than 230s. And also, I'm only probably about 3 pounds away from being the real weight that I said on my driver's license. And how many how many people really are really at that? I always lied on my driver's license. And I had to get my driver's license, new driver's license in October. So I was already in the middle of this journey, and I was really trying to hold off, and getting the picture and everything to be, was hoping to be a little, thinner and all that. So I did put a little lower weight, hoping to get to that point. So, but again, 3 pounds from the weight on my driver's license. So that, really was a lie when I did it. So as you all know, the exercise that I did, kind of bumping that up, I think helped tremendously. I still keeping on track with getting all my protein in a minimum of 80 grams every single day. My water still, or liquid, I actually have to add Crystal Light to it because I can't really just do plain water anymore since my surgery, unless it's really, really cold, and it's getting a little bit better. But so over 64 ounces of fluids every day, and actually that's actually been closer to 80 each day. So for those people that are kind of starting, just track everything. I do everything on my Fitbit, on my phone. Log whatever you can, because you can go back to it and see where you're at, and weeks that didn't go well that you can kind of analyze. So I really am a big component of logging. I log every single day, and it helps. In fact, even tonight I went back and looked at what I did this week so that I could see and make sure that I continue doing that, because I want to keep up with this weight loss, because I have a big birthday coming up on Valentine's Day. And so I had obviously a goal in mind, which I didn't hit the end of the year goal. I was hoping to be what I hit today finally, so I'm about a month behind on that goal. And I am actually probably about 3 months behind on the goal that I had set for my birthday. So, but I'm okay. It's not about when I get it, it's about just doing it and focusing on the right things. So that's my attitude, and that's what I'm kind of focusing on. So back to my diet. Protein shake in the morning with PB2, so I get about 23 grams of protein. It's about 139 grams. 139 calories with the PB2. If I make it with water, if I make it with unsweetened coconut milk, then it bumps up to I think that adds another 45 calories. So kind of this last week I just actually made water. I'm like, you know what, let's just cut some calories out and just see if, let's try and see if maybe that helps or not. I don't think that made much difference, 45 calories per day. Just did it for, just a little change up. So shake in the morning, about 3 to 4 ounces of protein, usually 3 ounces of protein, some sort of meat source, or, this week it's been a lot of seafood salad from Safeway, which is, imitation crab meat and some shrimp. It is mayonnaise based, but I don't watch that fat so much. So I usually have, 3 ounces of that, and then I have, a quarter of a cup to half a cup of a vegetable. And this week it's kind of been butternut squash. Dinner, same thing, 3 ounces of meat with usually a quarter of a cup to half a cup of some sort of vegetable or salad. Did have salad this week at one of the 2 nights. And then I actually have added, I was having a banana in the mornings with my shake, part of it in the shake and then part of it after. This week I actually didn't do bananas. I actually did more apple slices, and the apple slices seemed to last a little bit better and kind of fill me up. More fibrous and last longer. So I kind of take an apple. It was a medium to small apple, did apple slices, and I don't eat it all at once usually. It's about probably a quarter of an apple to a half an apple maybe at a time. And I think I ended up having about 3 apples this week, all week, spread out between all 6 days or so. So I think that helped a lot too. So I'm going to continue with that. I didn't have any apples today though, yet. And then every night I do have usually a Quest protein bar, which is 20 to 21 grams of protein. It's about 180 to 190 calories per bar. It's kind of my treat. It's sweet, and it gives me, at night. I am a nighttime snacker, and that's just not going to go away. So I've decided that I'm going to incorporate that into my, what's the word they're supposed to say? Not diet, but routine or lifestyle change or whatever it is. So I'm going to incorporate that. I need to plan for that. And so I plan for that as, okay, it's usually 2.5, 3 hours after a meal. And that's kind of what I'm having to eat every, 2 to 3 hours at this point due to the quantity. So I'm factoring in that I'm going to have, plan on having, 200 calories at night as a kind of a sweet treat. But the Quest protein bar, it's like 4 net carbs because there's so much fiber in it. Very little sugar. I think it's 1 or 2 grams of sugar per bar or whatever. It depends on the flavor. I don't know if they kind of vary with the flavors that I'm looking at. So, and like I said, about 180, 190 calories. I'm not calorie counting, but I am calorie watching. In my daily logs, it just does it. It logs it. So I do kind of just sort of, I'm keeping an eye on it. Not that I'm counting calories, but I'm still kind of making calorie choices, so to speak. My main focus is protein and my liquid. And, I'm not a carbophobic. I'm probably not as carbophobic as I should be yet. I mean, I know a lot of people don't do any carbs or anything like that. I'm not at that stage yet. Things are working for me, and I really want this to be about a lifestyle change. And I know that's cliche, but that's kind of what I'm focusing on. So, um, but I'm carb conscious. Making healthier choices and, and looking at the calories or whatever like that too is, I mean, I have not had any bread yet. I have had a bite of a tortilla and a wrap, but I'm not focusing on having that. So that's kind of where I'm all about. So right now is working and keep working it. And, a little bit of carbs, okay. Don't want to get too friendly with carbs because, I mean, I think they're the culprit. Um, and so I actually am kind of still having a little bit of that sugar dumping thing going on. It's more if it's too much at a time, I can have a little bit. I'm okay with it. But if I have like Matt had made some homemade brownies, and so I tried half of one, and it was, again, it was part of. Probably shouldn't have had it, but I did. So, and so I had half of one, and it went down fine. So then I tried to have the other half, and I had one